Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for all of the prayers and reaching out to me about Caroline. Caroline is our girl, and man, were we sad. But we were holding on to faith that she would pull through. And she did. She's doing so much better. Right? Yeah. So I want to tell you, I'm in with all the goats. So if it's a little shaky, it's probably because I've got somebody itching on me. All right, so in the end, we think it was polio. We don't know for sure, and we probably never will know for sure, but that's what fit the symptoms the best. So polio in goats is not like our polio. Polio or PEM, I have notes because I'm going to forget. So polio or PEM is a metabolic disorder that affects the central nervous system. So we were seeing neurological signs of a few different things, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And it also, so it's caused by a deficiency in thiamine. Thiamine they need for, it's crucial for them for their digestion. I'm being eaten by a goat. So they need this thiamine for their digestion. They have a rumen. It's different from our stomachs. And basically when their rumen stops, they stop, which is what was happening. So they go downhill really fast. So she's better. Polio is treatable in goats. She might stop eating my paper. My notes are disappearing.
She ate.
You ate Clarabelle, you ate a chunk of the paper.
Clarabelle?
Naughty goat. Well, if Clarabelle's sick next, we know what happened.
She ate paper.
Okay, so
Let me hold
polio, sure. I'm done with it now. Thanks. So polio is curable. So I will talk you through what kind of happened. So there she is. On Tuesday night, I came out to feed everybody, and everybody always greets me. They're always ready for dinner, and she did not greet me. So that was a problem. She was laying down and kind of like mumbling. So I knew something was up. So I fed everybody, and she staggered to the grain. She was very wobbly. So I immediately called the vet, and then I was looking for other symptoms that she was having. One of the things that we noticed was her eyes weren't equal, and on one of the pictures, you're going to unzip my vest. One of the pictures that I posted, you'll see that it's her left eye isn't quite lined up with the right. So I'm still watching that. That might be something that she will forever have. Or we just need a few more days or weeks to get past this. So we'll keep that under close watch. And then what else? She was pushing on me. Yeah, I can put it in my pocket. She was pushing her head on me, like a gentle pressure, just pushing on my leg, holding there, almost like to try to stay steady, but that's actually one of the symptoms. This is why we love our Caroline so much. She's just a nut.
Are you not?
So that was another symptom, was the head pressure. What else? She was like a drunken sailor. She couldn't really stand up very well, and when she was up, she was just falling over. It was really sad. And then she still was eating. She was eating, not really drinking, but she was not aggressively as she usually eats, but she was eating. So that was good. Now, up until today, I'm really not even thinking about babies yet. But let's rewind a little bit. So on Monday afternoon, we trimmed, I didn't knock down. We trimmed our hedges in front of the barn, which they look great. And we were giving some of the hedge clippings to the goats as a treat. They love all things pine. So we thought maybe it was what we gave them, but Caroline didn't eat that much. Stop eating me. Caroline didn't eat that much, and two of the other goats really ate a lot, and they were not showing any symptoms of anything. So we kind of ruled that out. However, when the vet got here on Tuesday night, he's like, what kind of bush is it? And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, well, this looks like you. YEW, which is poisonous to goats, and there is no cure, and it's fatal, like quickly fatal. So all you people out there, if you have goats and you have yew bushes, do not feed them to your goats. Very fatal. So he told us that it's either I'm getting climbed on now. Clarabelle. So he told us it's either a neurological disorder, like the polio or something else, or it's the yew bush and it's going to kill her. So he gave her 24 hours. No, he gave her closer to 48 hours. But he said, we'll know in 24 hours what's happening. If she's going uphill, then we're neurological disease. If we're going downhill, it's the yew. And thankfully we went uphill. It was nerve-wracking. I had been up with her every couple of hours through the night to sit with her and make sure she's getting fresh hay, trying to offer her drinks of molasses, electrolytes, anything that I can try to get her to do. And she was doing great. So we narrowed it down to it most likely was the polio. Thank goodness, because we would have been heartbroken if we fed her this poisonous bush. That would have been terrible. Yes. But yeah, so she's good. She's doing so good. Now, back to the babies. I honestly, I was just worried about Caroline. I don't know for sure if she is pregnant. I know she was bred. I know it took because she never came back into heat. And so I'm assuming she is bred and there's babies. Now, she's not very large. So and this is her first freshening, so her first pregnancy. And I'm thinking there's only one, if any. And now that she is alive, now I'm turning my attention to the babies. So I'm giving her some extra vitamins and trying to help bolster her back up. Oh, you got Greta. Getting a head rub. So I'm hoping that with a little extra TLC, she'll be okay and the babies will be okay, but I don't know. And I'm just thankful that she's here, and we will do our best to make sure that the baby is going to be viable. She would be due in a month, so she still has time. We did give her steroids and an antibiotic, and then thiamine injections we're still doing. But the steroids can induce labor. Thankfully, they did not. But it was mostly her needs first right now. So we'll keep you posted on babies if they come for Caroline. I'm hopeful, but again, I just was so worried about her. All right, so that was my long spiel about Caroline. I am going to sleep tonight. We have blocked off this area for her. So this used to be where they used to have baby cows. And so somebody's in there. So this is her little home, and we block it off so that she can have some peace in the night. And I know that she's getting as much hay as she wants to eat in there. Hi. So... so she'll sleep in there at night, but they're herd animals. They want to be with the herd. So now that she's able to eat and walk and stand and all that on her own, she's okay to be out in the herd. And she has gotten a little pushy with this little one. She just headbutted it out of the way a little while ago. So
2 times.
So she's got her fight back. So that's good. And I knew we were on the right track. Because last night when I came out, she was talking to me, and I was like, Caroline, it's so good to hear your voice. So I know we're on the mend. So thank you all so much for your prayers. We so appreciate it. And I'll keep you posted on how we're doing. Thanks, guys. Caroline, say goodbye.